Welcome back to another SMITE video, and in this one we will be taking a look at the new Maya god, Chel. Her passive is called a Rainbow Weaver. Every time that Chel hits an enemy god or provides an allied god with a beneficial effect, she gains one color to her rainbow. Once she gets all 6 colors filled up in her passive meter, her next basic attack has no movement penalty and is increased in size and deals 40% bonus damage of your magical power. Chel's first ability is a 2-parter, with the first one being called Gleaming Blast. She fires a beam of light ahead of her, dealing damage to minions and stopping on the first enemy god hit. Minions and jungle camps take an extra 40% damage, and if she hits an enemy god, this ability changes to the next variant. The next variant of ability 1 is called Threads of Light. After a short delay, she deals damage to enemies in front of her in a reverse cone. Enemies that are facing this ability are blinded for 1 second. Enemies hit by the very tip of the ability also get dealt bonus damage. Once this version of ability 1 is fired, it automatically reverts back to Gleaming Blast. Ability number 2 is called Lunar Invocation. Chel marks an area on the ground with lunar energy. After a short delay, the ability explodes, knocking up and dealing damage to enemies while also healing her allies. Chel's third ability is called Rainbow Crash. She sends out an area onto the ground which can deal damage to enemies and also give her a small burst of movement speed. Once the ability blasts, it will deal damage and root enemies, splitting into smaller orbs of light. These orbs can be picked up by Chel as well as her allies for some extra increased movement speed. And finally, her ultimate is called Great End. Chel becomes CC immune and channels all of her energy into a single beam of light. This beam does damage and heals allies every 0.2 seconds for 3 seconds. If Chel is able to do both of these at the same time, the duration of this ultimate is increased. Enemies take increasing damage per tick, which decays rapidly if they haven't been hit recently. Healing an ally also heals Chel, and once you fire this ultimate, you instantly gain 6 stacks on her passive.
For you, a tapestry of pain! The moon shall guide you! Your end is here! What shall I create next? Take a moment to reflect. The moonlight shines! The moon shall guide you! I hope... You may take solace in the fact that your defeat will be beautiful. I wield all the colors of the rainbow. Not 6 or 7 colors, but an infinite spectrum, all ready to destroy the unworthy. Do not assume my rainbows to be made of kindness. They are a bridge, made to carry you to your destruction. All you'll find at the end of my rainbows is pain. My use of rainbows and moonlight is in mercy. I could have simply flooded this land without ever stepping foot on it. Who is this Roy G. Biff? And why do mortals keep talking about him? What do you call a rainbow with no colors? A plain bow. Don't worry, the rainbows I create aren't heavy. In fact, they're pretty light.